The more you look, the less you see. Ha! This song and are just about this movie. Because I've not seen any movie that they just carried me to space and they hanged me with peg. Then they left me like that. I was confused. Before I talk about this movie, I must really applaud them. I mean, the workspace, the polos, like the t-shirts, the my bank app, those app they created, those software. There's my bank app, there's City Riders, there's Intel Tech. Like they really did a good job. And for the ballroom dancers and the singers, hey God, they finished work. Like the girls' voice was so angelic. Shout out to the crew in persons of the writers, also the director, Nei Akim Molanya, and then the cast. You know, there's Ini Edo, she played the role of Esohen. There is Baba Rex now, the guy played the role of Top Boy. There is Uzor Arukwe, he played Joseph. Temi Otedola played Zainat. There is Ali Baba who played Lai. Ibrahim Suleiman who played the role of Tega. This movie is talking about a guy, Joseph, you know, he's a tech guy, and although even with all this hard work, he was still financially unstable. Ha! Life was hard though, and he had to shy away from his friends. Tega was his best friend back in the days because, you know, now Tega just launched an app, like a product, and it was really successful. But his own, like, it was just opposite of everything his friends were. Like, people have moved on, but just like he's stuck in a particular place. You get? So he had to join one. He was introduced to one City Riders app, this cab hailing services. So he had to apply for it to get extra cash. He didn't tell his wife because, you know, his wife was against all these Uber drivers, graduates and all of that. So he was doing it secretly. And one day, fortunately, my guy hit jackpot. He carried the founder of the City Riders app. He carried her, and through the conversation like she had with a friend on the phone, he knew that she was having issues with one all this their technology stuff. So he gave her a tip, and it worked. Zainat, the owner of this City Riders, you know, he offered him a deal, made a deal that he should carry her for like 5 days and he'll pay 100k if she can get those tips from her, stuff like that. So he took the deal. Now my guy need money, and that's why I started working with her. And one day she asked him to debug a code. That's like the basic modules to debug it. So when he debugged it, my guy received the greatest shock of his life. The code that he debugged, like the modules, were his work. Like this was the work he had. Like he made this work because, you know, now he's a tech guru. He made it and then he kept it. He was going to sell it to a bank that folded up because of they went bankrupt. So his friend stole his work, and his friend is Tega. He's working in this company that the Zenat is working in. So he left angry after debugging the code. He left angry, and surprisingly, money started leaving people's accounts to a new account that was created for him. He was just woven in this plot, like this money heist, like fraud and all of that. To be able to prove himself right, he had to depend on his wife, that's a Sohen, and his best friend Tega to help him out. I really enjoyed this movie because, you know, we are now living all this love every time. We've gone far. Like the unnecessary scene in this movie was the sex scene between Esohe and her husband Joseph. I don't understand this our sex. Is it Nollywood drink though? After she found out that her husband cheated and, you know, they were trying to frame her husband, she not went back to this smoking habit. It's not necessary. Even if you are trying to, you know, remember your ex-boyfriend, you mustn't smoke to remember your ex-boyfriend, because after smoking that day you did not smoke again. So why smoke? Do you get? And also, I don't know who followed Joseph to snap that picture, be to take a video of Zainat hugging him in the car park, be in front of her house. If it's someone that did it, will she send it to Tega? Or if it's Tega that did it, why will he send it to Esohen? So I don't know who actually followed them. Some things were just, you know, brought out and they swept under the carpet. And also in the market when Edo was there, before, you know, she started fighting one another. It's not, she can just, you know, start shouting at them, but this one that she started fighting, I don't understand. Like, it never reached like that. We know that Lai has 2 useless sons, but, you know, just bringing them just one scene, and then you're not showing them again. And the next thing, you guys were in the airport, so you're supposed to escape because they were looking for you. You're talking about your useless son and blah blah blah. You don't already show us before, so why complaining now? And if you are to complain now, why show us the scene about your son? Those kind of things. So it wasn't really necessary. So now let me go to my questions I have in this movie. First of all, before the flashback like that I was having where he was telling Zena to get close to Joseph, they presently city riders, they were into this scandal. All about the movie was just trying to get Joseph to solve this module and all of that. They didn't like, she is the key, one of the key staff in City Rider. She found the app, so you're not saying anything about this scandal. You're just doing about this new job and all of that. And even after that, that money started leaving people's account to Joseph's account. Did they snatch her phone from her? Because I don't understand. She was just confused, like, what's this crime? Like, money missing, how, blah blah blah. But sister, you are with your phone and you actually work in that company. So if stuffs are happening, you should also be aware. Like, it shouldn't come to you as a surprise. The disguise, I don't understand, because that's one of the worst disguises I've ever seen. She was there. So Iniedo was looking at her. They knew, they were trying to tell her. She was with her sunglass. She was just standing there with the receptionist at the airport. And then the next thing, they lost her. Okay, Ada talked to her in the restroom that she should disguise and run out of the airport to her safety, blah blah. She wore that sunglass, and the next thing, nobody recognizes her. I don't understand. Did she do juju? Lastly, I don't understand why Lie, like my short man, like Lie, with so much skeleton in his cupboard, you carry Iniedo to his library for a meeting. Like this, you have not even, nothing concern Iniedo. You get, like, why would you bring your daughter to the library? Is understandable, because yeah, there's this connection, there's this relationship. But then bringing a stranger to your library, I don't understand. Aside that, the movie is overall is a good movie. We are getting there, like I said, Rome wasn't built in the day, so just cut Nollywood some slack. And my favorite cast is Temi Otedola. I love how she was playing this role of a sports, rich child who wants the favor of her dad, who wants to be in her dad's good lights and all of that. Hoping to see more movies in this kind of crime and action with good storyline, and they'll be able to maintain it to the end of the movie. Okay, have a lovely day.